So I'm guessing it's normal to feel awkward at the start?
Yes, and many times we have couples who come where one partner is into dirty talking or finds it exciting to do that, while the other one is very shy and awkward and feels that it's uncomfortable or disrespectful.
The one who appears to be more shy or an introvert is the one who's the exact opposite in the room.
Or, they appear shy and meek, but in the bedroom they can be very commanding, or, they like to take charge of the situation.
Can dirty talk also trigger shame? Can it bring back past experiences which were not very pleasant?
Depends on the couple, actually.
Can silence also be sexy? Welcome to yet another episode of The Pleasure Principle, where no topic is too taboo and questions are always encouraged. This time we're talking about not something you do, but something you say. Joining me today again is Dr. Mansi. Dr. Mansi, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jyotika.
Doctor, you've been practicing for over 10 years now. Tell me, how difficult is it to decode dirty talking? Is it more than just talking? Does it help partners connect on an emotional level?
Well, dirty talking is a part of foreplay. It's also a part of building intimacy with your partner. It signifies that you're being vulnerable and you're taking effort to kind of build a deeper connection, and you're also kind of showing your side which is not so open to all others. And that's why this is a special bond where I'm actually kind of, trusting you with certain things that I like or I want to do or I, think about. So that's why it's definitely just more than talking,
Does it unlock something in partners emotionally and physically?
Yes, it definitely ignites passion when you have that, provided you like it and your partner likes it, right? So if it's consensual, if it is something that you guys enjoy doing as a couple, it's something that definitely ignites passion between the both of you.
Right. But not everybody is comfortable. Not everybody is even aware that it's acceptable. So I'm guessing it's normal to feel awkward at the start?
Yes, and many times we have couples who come where one partner is into dirty talking or finds it exciting to do that, while the other one is very shy and awkward and feels that it's uncomfortable or disrespectful. So we need to understand that both partners need to be on the same page to be able to enjoy this. Talking to your partner, asking consent about it, and starting slow with small phrases can build and improve your comfort level.
So if somebody is not into dirty talking with their partner, but they want to start now, what are the first 3 things that they should do?
First, I think they should get in touch with their own emotions as to, what they like about intimacy, because that's eventually your content of dirty talking. It's just that you're vocalizing your, slightly uninhibited ideas or wildest ideas where we are, not expressing them that often. So that's something that you need to do. Secondly, would be to have a gentle conversation with your partner as to, how comfortable they are or what is it that they like. And thirdly, would be to practice with consent that, when you're getting intimate, then how do you feel? And taking the feedback, that's more important, right? Because you might say something, it might not sit well, or you might be awkward and it might not sit well with your partner. So taking that feedback and then improving upon it.
Okay, let's assume there is a couple. Okay, one of the partners is into dirty talking, really enjoys it. It really takes them to another level of intimacy, so to say, and passion also. And the other partner is not into it at all. What do you do?
You will have to find a middle ground probably. So, explaining to your partner why it is important to you, or also exploring why is it that you are so uncomfortable with dirty talking, that, what is it? So what cultural messages around it, or what personal inhibitions you have where you are trying to, suppress this, because it's not more than anything than, expressing your desires and fantasies. And almost all of us have desires and fantasies when it comes to intimacy. So is there something, foundationally wrong in the relationship which need to be explored, or is it something of my personal inhibitions that need to be explored? And then definitely for the other partner, it would be not to be critical or to rush the other person, right? You like it, you kind of enjoy it, but if your partner is not comfortable, they will eventually have to build their comfort level to get there for you to enjoy it as a couple.
Right. And people who are into dirty talking will also have different styles. Somebody will be flirty, somebody will be playful, somebody will be more commanding. How do you find your own style?
that's again, a very personal journey where you kind of look into what you like and discussing it with your partner. So that's something that's very important here. We forget, dirty talking cannot be done by one person alone. It has to be in the context of a partner or a couple. So exploring what is it that you like together. So, many times we have misconceptions that my partner is a certain kind of a person, or they are shy, they are meek, but you might find out that, they do enjoy something like this, or, they appear shy and meek, but in the bedroom they can be very commanding, or, they like to take charge of the situation. And that might in turn be something that arouses your partner. So that's something you need to explore as a couple.
And it can be quite deceiving, right? Like when,
Absolutely.
at least what they say in the theory or in books is that the one who appears to be more shy or an introvert is the one who's the exact opposite in the room.
Quite possibly, because the cultural messages, or while the upbringing might have been such where, there was inhibition, we were not allowed to get in touch with our own fantasies and desires, or at least express them outright. If you have a relationship which is providing you with that safe space where you can be expressive with your partner, then you actually see your authentic self come out, where you are expressing your fantasies and desires.
So is there a starter kit that, you would tell people to sort of go with when they want to start exploring dirty talking?
So you can start with, maybe just affirmative phrases that, okay, this is what I like, or this is how I want things to be, and or maybe complimenting your partner, starting with that, and then, just expressing that, what comes to your mind. So exploring that and being more mindful of what actually comes to your mind when you're thinking of intimacy, that allows you to get in touch with your desires and fantasies. That's something that can be a starter, a starting step or a beginner step for exploring dirty talk.
And can dirty talk also trigger shame? Can it bring back past experiences which were not very pleasant?
Yes. So if you've had unpleasant experiences or traumatic experiences in the past, and sometimes, it might come out without any consent. So your partner's trying to indulge in dirty talk, but for you, those certain statements or particular things that have been said bring out past trauma, then it can become an unpleasant experience. So that's why we say that you first build on the emotional intimacy where you get to know your partner, what they like, what they don't like, and you always proceed depending on the cues you are getting. So be aware about your partner's responses, how they respond when you're indulging in any form of phrases or any form of dirty talk. So that can happen, yes.
And what if, in the heat of the moment, one of the partners says something wrong? How do you get over that? How do couples deal with that kind of a situation?
So if it is something just awkward and not offensive, I think laugh it off and move forward, because all of us make mistakes. It's a learning process and not everything is going to be perfect all the time. But if it is something that's offensive to the other partner, then I think it's important to sit down and have a talk as to what you meant. And also the other partner needs to express that why they were offended or upset by something that was said. So that allows to lead, that allows you to resolve what is there in your, mind about the particular phrase or the sentence that was used.
And is silence also okay? Can silence also be sexy?
Depends on the couple actually, yes, but from time to time it can be sexy. So a lot of partners, will kind of enter this phase where they are very comfortable with each other, where they know what the other person likes, and they might not need to express so openly, and that's okay if that couple is happy with that, definitely.
And when you start expressing and when you think that you know your partner so well, you also happen to cross the line.
Sometimes, yes. So that's very important. So understand that everything that we are talking about, even when it comes to intimacy, no matter how involved or how vulnerable the other person is, it's always about being respectful. So never crossing a boundary is important. And let's say inadvertently, unknowingly, if you happen to cross a boundary, it's always good to apologize and talk about it as to what your intention was. Because more often than not, it might be an honest mistake that happens.
Let's bring in the fantasy angle here. Let's bring in role play, things that people always want to try. How do you go about that?
Again, so we'll have to see that where the couple is and what their comfort level is in that. So whether they have a lot of fantasies, a lot of times because we were, brought up in an environment where we were not allowed to kind of fantasize a lot, or it was associated with, feeling a sense of guilt and shame that it's something wrong to do, we might not have even explored ourselves what our fantasies are. But more often than not, we are exposed to a lot of things in media which tells us, oh, this is something I like, or, just opportunistically, you might come across something and you find that, oh, this is quite funny, or it's quite intense or interesting, and I would want to try that. So getting awareness about what your own self you like and what you dislike, and after that talking to your partner about it and consensually engaging into fantasy is something that helps, build the passion and intimacy in the relationship.
And how about pet names or calling each other names?
Yeah, so that's something that we do, right? So not just sexually, but otherwise also, if you talk about pet names, that signifies a special bond. And similarly, if you have some sexual pet names or something you call each other in the bedroom, that signifies a special bond that you have. This is, you're privy to some information that nobody else is. And that's why my bond with you is special. So it definitely improves on the compassion and the commitment that the couple has.
Just an observation, and as a layman, of course, I'm saying this, I feel that couples tend to experiment more at the beginning of the relationship versus the later part of the relationship. The longer the relationship, the longer they've been together, the more boring it tends to get. So, do couples, as a normal practice I'm asking, do couples get into dirty talking and role playing a little later in the relationship to spice it up?
Yes, they do. So like you rightly mentioned that many a times the effort from both sides kind of decreases, the intimacy becomes monotonous, or the relationship itself starts feeling like, very boring or, just a routine. So that's the time when most couples look at things that could, make it spicy or kind of reignite the passion. Dirty talking is one of those ways. Role playing or, engaging in certain kinks and fantasies can also be a way in which couples do ignite that passion again.
Right. We're trying to make this very, very interesting for you. And not here, but there, where you need to use it. Thank you so much, Dr. Mansi. This has been a lot of fun. This is one of those episodes where it's been more lighter than usual. But if you have any questions, serious ones, fun ones, do let us know. You can either write to us in the comment section or you can send us a WhatsApp. Our number is 9833-943-943. And if you feel there are any topics that you want us to talk about, do let me know. And I will definitely get her to help you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next week.
94.3 Radio 1.